Hey guys, welcome back. Joe again here from Little World Aquatics. Another video, but as you can tell, we're not at home with my little 1,000-gallon tank. We're here at the Ohio Fish Rescue, and we've been pulled in to test Tesla, the electric eel. Alright, so we're walking back here in the fish room. You guys have seen all their videos. These guys have been doing this now for 3-4 years, and they have one heck of a collection going on. You definitely got to give it up to them. There's a lot of man hours here and a lot of love for what it is that they do here within the hobby. But with all the animals here, all the different fish and species, there's one that's kind of electrifying, and that's this guy right here. You've seen him before in other videos with Ohio Fish Rescue, but here is Tesla, the electric eel. Now Tesla, most people think obviously it's an electric eel, and it looks like an electric eel. It looks like an eel, but in reality, the animal actually falls within the knife fish family, where you see the aba or the clown knives. This guy here, the way he travels through the water with that bottom anal fin, see how that kind of sways in the water right there? That's how he moves. It's an amazing thing. Now these guys right here can stay underwater for a pretty long period of time. About every 10 minutes, they come up and they get a gulp of air. It's going to happen right now, maybe. So kind of like the South American lungfish or the African lungfish, or even the Arapima, which is in the main pool, these guys are lung breathers. So the quality of the water really doesn't need to be that well. I mean, in the wild, it's very common for the water levels to actually get down to 2-3 inches in the drought season, and they're literally flopping around in the water, the muddy waters of South America and Peru, and they're waiting for those tides to rise back in when the seasons change. Very amazing animal. The eyesight on these guys obviously is very horrible. It's not that good. But they don't really need it, because the sensors that are on the nose of this guy gives him everything he needs to travel. So we're going to put a couple clips in here. We're actually filming with Josh, and Julie's actually holding the camera, so the quality of the audio is not that good, but we're actually going to be doing some electrical testing with the animal today to show and prove what it can emit within the water. So we're here at Ohio Fish Rescue, and we're actually going to be testing Tesla, the electric eel. Now Tesla, a lot of you guys might not know this, but even though it's an electric eel actually falls in the family of the knife fish. Kind of like the aba that's over here, and a lot of the different clown knives that are within this room. This guy here, you can see on the bottom, maybe Josh, you can kind of get a little closer here. You notice that fin that's on the bottom of the animal, that's actually the anal fin. And that anal fin, the way it moves, see how it's traveling from forward to backwards when they go back and forth? If it travels in one direction, the actual eel can go forward. If it travels in the opposite direction, it goes backwards. It's actually an amazing thing on this guy. A lot of things that people don't realize also is that the electric eel, for all these years, we kind of thought that there was one. It wasn't until about 2016 that we're now finding out there's actually 3 different styles of electric eels. The Electricus, the Ferrari, and the Volti. The Volti is actually the biggest of the 3 eels. We're talking that this thing can actually get 8 to 9 feet in length. And instead of the voltages that you hear about 600 volts, the big boy can produce upwards of 860 volts. All right, guys, so one of the tough things about the electric eel is trying to decipher one from the other. So there's actually 3. We talked about 3 different styles of electric eels. But when you look at this eel, if you had all 3 side by side, the only way to tell one from the other would be by the head structure and the way the spores are on that head, as they're a little bit more separated apart from one to the other. The other thing they're talking about is the actual anal fin and how it's actually designed. But without having all 3 side by side, it's really hard to tell who is who. That being said, we don't really know which one Tesla really is. So, you know, one thing for sure, we can test him today and see what he's producing. Now Tesla is really kind of a baby. He's probably coming up on 34 to 36 inches. He's got a long ways to go.
All right, so you guys remember a few weeks back, my dad had shown you how Tesla can light up this little Ohio fish rescue sign. Well, this was a part of a larger experiment that me and Joe have been talking about for a few weeks. But he went ahead, at his work, he made one of these contraptions. Now some of you are thinking, what is that? Well, we're going to let Joe explain this, explain the theory and the science behind it.
Well, there ain't much going on here, but obviously this is just a normal half-inch copper pipe. We actually sweated on some end caps, obviously, so the eel would not get hurt or damaged when he travels past it. And we just went ahead and soldered it right in the back. That's a 14-gauge wire. I got a tie wrap right here to secure it, so we're good to go as the weeks go by.
So the theory behind this is we stuck just the ends of the wires from this sign into the water. So now that this is soldered on, it has more of a contact area or surface area with the water to be able to pick up an electric charge. And we actually proved this theory to be true. It does brighten up this, or light up this sign just a little bit more than it was with just the wires in the water. So we can go ahead and demonstrate that. I'm going to go ahead and move Mr. Tesla over there. He will light this sign up, and as he swims by the probes, you can see the little bleeps, and then when he eats is when he actually produces the most amount of charge. Look at that. Pretty neat.
By no means are we hurting the animal. We're just slowly tapping the side.
Yeah, so when the eel is sitting there dormant, he's not really producing the charge. He might be producing something that's, so minuscule in his size right now that the light can't pick it up. But as he moves through the water, you can see he is producing that charge. But the most impressive charge I've seen is every time I feed him. I normally feed at nighttime. The rest of the lights are out. And this little sign here is going absolutely crazy.
With the voltage that obviously the eel is producing, not only can we do the light, we can actually hook up the wires to the probes and actually make this speaker chirp out. So let's see what we got right here.
I don't know if you guys can hear that with all the background noise. Now let's go ahead and do that one more time. They heard the speaker. I have just the ends of the wires on the light in the water, so you can see the light flickering just a little bit. You can see how much more of a dimly lit sign that is as opposed to when they were hooked up to the probes. So we've got the light going and the speaker going. So you guys seen two of the experiments. You guys seen the light, you heard the speaker. That is pretty nifty if you ask me. All that's coming out of Mr. Tesla here. Now I don't know if he is a male or a female, but I want to hit on something that we talked about a little bit earlier. They emit a low voltage pulse through the water that helps them navigate and actually hunt for their food. So they're in small puddles down in South America. Sometimes in the dry season they might be in 4 inches of water, and they're waiting for prey to step in this puddle, and as soon as something disrupts that low voltage field, they can chime in on it and they'll attack, and that's when they really light someone up. You've seen these guys at 6 foot. There's stories of them dropping horses. There's videos online of these guys dropping full-size humans, which is pretty neat. So we have one more experiment we are going to talk about. So we're gonna set up for that, and we'll come right back with you guys.
So I wanted to point out the Abba knife. Look at this beautiful species right here. Look at that top dorsal fin, if you want to call it a dorsal fin, but notice how it travels and sways back and forth. That is how the animal actually steers itself and travels. If it goes in one direction, the fish goes forward. If it goes in the opposite direction, the fish goes backwards. So this is very comparative to the electric eel. Now we're coming over to the 4,400 gallon. I just wanted to point out one of the clown knives. Same thing. Look at the anal fin on the bottom. That is no different than the electric eel. or the Abba Abba. There's actually two more up here. Try to zoom in. So this is why the electric eel is actually in the family of the knife fish.
Okay, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys right there.
These two kids.
Six.
No. Them two
They
can't. They've got.
I've got hard issues.
Well, we're out.
She's doing it.
It's too big for my chest. Okay.
You just care too
All right.
much.
Does anybody have any like
You being
players?
serious?
No,
I'm
you
not
can
getting that
line.
line.
You try to be smart.
4.
Two. I don't think shit.
I got Big Rich
Canada.
backing out on
You've
video.
been talking a lot of smack 3 or 4 years now. This is your time to prove
That's the
yourself.
truth, damn it!
I'm afraid, all right? You want to hear me say it? You want to break me down? All right, I'm afraid. For the first time in my life, I'm afraid.
I don't have to prove myself to nobody,
This
son.
takes you to a different level. We have one lady.
This is our.
There you go.
I'm also going
Her
first.
maybe, but you know, not her.
Apparently.
Okay, guys, now for the 3rd or 4th test. What is it, the 4th test?
This is experiment number 4. You guys just seen the light, the speaker. You saw my friend stick his hand in the fish tank. Did not get shot. Now we got experiment number 4.
All right, so this is what we're going to do, guys. Zach,
Wait,
number 1
did
guy.
you say Zap or Zach?
Could be a Zach.
thing. I'll change it.
We're going to put everybody here in series. So everybody's going to be holding hands here, 5 people. We're going to pull the eel completely out of the tank. We're going to put him here in this trough. We're going to calm him down for a little bit. And what I'm going to do with the gloves on, I'm going to put these pads on the eel, and we're going to get a voltage that's going to go to Zach, go to Julie, go to Joe Rockwell, Mrs. Metalhead, and the one and only, is he the ultimate fish keeper? The ultimate fish keeper.
Likewise, we also have the sign lit up there, so when that lights up, you know there's current going through these.
We're going to prove it right here.
Screaming.
So you're actually doing it.
Also, the analog meter is going to pick up, and you're going to see a true voltage from the electric eel on this analog meter. So with that being said, let's go ahead and pull out the eel and get ready. All right, guys, so the electric eel now is out of the tank. As you see him, we got him in this trough. Everybody here is in line. So we're all in series. Zach, you're number 1. Julie, my wife, I can't believe she's actually going to do this. This could be...
No, I can't believe she's your wife.
This could be divorce right here. This could be the end. So Big Joe Rockwell, Mrs. Metalhead, and Josh.
I knew it. He's wearing an Iowa shirt. I knew you were from Iowa.
This is stupid.
Hey, you ready?
This is so What's the max we can get?
Anybody?
You're so good.
Nothing.
I jumped and I didn't even feel it.
That was awesome.
Feel a little tingle. I was in.
Yeah.
You are feeling single?
I felt it right where my finger touched the probe.
Nothing.
I was feeling
Well, we'll have to
just on the roll
concentrate.
big this, that's it.
Concentrate.
Concentrate. Reading?
Nothing. No.
All right, take a person out.
Yes.
Who's getting first?
Take one person
Back
out.
out.
I'm supposed to get first.
Here, test number 2. One person's out, so the resistive values are not going to change. Here's the first kiss.
Oh my God, he scared me.
Rich just about ran over to you,
Well, what about now?
I was so running and just jump over you.
No.
Nothing.
I just feel it on my
You feel a little
left hand.
tingle?
That's it.
You want to take both of them?
All right, another man out.
Another man out. Julie out. Here's
You want him? Oh, Joe's out.
Oh, Joe's out.
I'm good, man. Joe's
Big
out.
Joe could be taking it off for all we know.
Okay.
Okay, here's just a little touch.
Nothing.
Not the same.
Oh, I got a pulse in
I
your.
got nothing.
No,
So yours-
I got no.
oh,
I got.
for me? Oh,
I
I
got
didn't
a
get it.
pulse in his hand. Do it again. I got a
Yours
little
way
pulse.
stronger in my left hand, a little bit in my right.
Now I'm jealous because I go.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a pulse in his.
All right,
left
you're
hand.
out.
I
Your
feel
pulse
this.
in your
My
hand.
left
We're
hand
playing
is
game.
grabbing.
The 2 big YouTubers. Let's go.
Right here, buddy.
Who's it gonna be, guys? Who's gonna be Zach or Josh?
He's holding it against us.
All right, here's just a little one. Just a little one. Nothing?
Got a little
Look at
See,
him, like,
Josh, you can feel the
all right, here we
pulse.
go. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, yep. Okay, I got that one. Yeah, it was there. It was there.
left hand.
I got it all the way over to here, though.
You felt it?
I felt it all the way through.
I felt it here and here.
Yep.
All right,
Now, are you going to
come
give me
on.
the protein skimmers? Quickly, tell me yes or no. He's holding back on the protein skimmers for 2 years.
Yeah.
You felt it? Mm-hmm.
All right, hand,
Joe.
let's see.
Whoa! Me?
Oh,
I want to see how
all
I
right,
feel.
well, here, go.
Yeah, you're right.
It's
I
not
got
that
one.
bad.
I just really
It's
want
not
to
bad. It's not bad.
Yeah, here we go. 3,
I can
2,
handle that.
1.
Are you okay?
You're a big boy. I don't know.
I got it.
All right, Joe, your right hand, take the other electrode.
Shoe- What about his shoes?
No, we're not going to do that. It's too much. All right.
Take your shoes off. There you go.
Take your shoes.
All right, I
It
got
does
both
nothing.
of them. I feel it in your hand.
I don't feel it at all.
Grab both of them.
There you go. All right, come on, Joe.
He's big.
Let's do it.
I'll hold him up.
He can handle it.
Hurry up, I feel he's drying out.
He's got a flex. Are you doing that on purpose?
Move your left hand farther, Joe.
Your pecs are popping.
Isn't the light,
Dwayne.
isn't the light supposed to, there you go, it's lighting up.
His screws are going. Things are popping every time he taps.
That's pretty good.
Brag.
All
All right,
let's
so
get him back
the
in the water.
theory is can electric
So
you feel
basically
you.
now I can just grab him and put him
Sorry
in.
about that, but let me-
Something
can you
you
feel
do.
you?
We
right, let's get
definitely
him back
felt it.